Hello beautiful people, and welcome to another review video. Today we are going to review 6 websites, and I think that the 6 websites that we're going to review are quite unique, and all of them have to offer like different things. If you're new to my channel, hi, how are you? My name is Eleftheria, and please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be amazing. It's free for you and it really helps me. Before we get started, also please do check out the description box, as you will be able to find all of the websites that we are going to review, and you can take a look on yourself if you would like so. Okay, and now we are ready to start. The first 3 websites that we are going to review are from the same person, and this person is, I don't want to pronounce the name wrong, so I will say Deja, I think so, I'm not sure, but this is the name, so you can also check it out by yourself. Now, I was trying to understand what this website was all about. I'm afraid I'm not very sure that I did a good job there. I can understand that it's something about jobs, and I can see that it's something about stories. So maybe it's a combination about those 2 things. Anyway, my review will be focused on UX and UI elements and not so much about the website. But the thing is that as a UX designer, I have to understand like really quickly what a website is all about. If I cannot understand what a website is all about, then the average user won't understand what's your website about, and this is not good for you because it means that the mental model is probably a little bit wrong. Anyway, about this review and about this website, I can see that there are some, let's say, stories here because I am in new stories, and I can see also the title right here. So probably it's something about stories. We have different kind of tags here, like ask me age. I don't know who me age is, or show an age. And everything else except the first one is show HN. I'm not sure I understand what that thing is all about. And if I click on the title, which I assume is the title, I have like a few things here, like a few details here. I like this layout, I like how it pops up. And I have here also some details like the minutes, probably it's the minutes ago that this was posted. I have the person, comments and likes. I will close it from here, and then I will go to the next one. You can see again here some details. I can click on comments, although it's 0. I can click on likes, it will not do anything. Probably I would prefer here something like you can't like this post because you're not logged in, or something similar. Maybe I would prefer to see like more details here because we are talking about the story. So this is like, I would say, the title, but where is the rest of it? Where is the rest of the article, the rest of the story? I didn't really understand that part. And I will click this time on show HN. And I can see this layout. Probably it should load faster. I don't know why it's not loading. I don't know if it's a bug or it has something to do with my internet connection. In its case, I don't think that my internet connection has a problem right now, so I should be able to see something here. I will go back, and I am where I started, but this time I see load more. I don't know why I cannot see my stories unless I clicked on the button that I just clicked. And this time I can see the loader right here. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't feel this website has a lot of consistency, and consistency like is a big rule among websites and of course applications. There should be consistency everywhere. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't really understood that that website. So now this time I will try to log in, and again I will go to the first story. Now this time I am in ask stories, so no new stories, okay? So from here in Ask Stories, I have like more details. So this is something that I appreciate. I will go to likes this time. I cannot do anything. Comments, I cannot do anything. But let's see, how am I supposed to log in? Because it should be able to log in. Let's go to show stories this time. Okay, the layout is the same, but I'm not interested into that. I will go to job stories, and again the layout is quite the same, but I still cannot find the login, which I think I should be able to find like very easily. I will go now to play with something else. Let's check the order in. From this one we will go to ascending, and let's see if something changes. I think that it didn't change anything. Like, it used to be October 1 and the first story was REPL. So I will do the other thing, the descending, but nothing has changed. I don't know why. Let's check the popularity, and this time we will go by date. So we have like October 1st, October 2nd. Okay, so this one has changed because now I can see the hour. It's 1 hour, 16 hours. This is a good thing. Let's also check the comments, and again on the comments I can see some different things. So this is something good. We have comments and we have like popularity. Between comments and popularity I didn't saw any change. So now let's also see the third option, which is show only. We have show only. Let's go to last 24 hours, and again I can see here that some things like has changed. This is a good thing. Okay, let's click on this first person right here, and okay, so now I am logged in. I'm not really sure on how I logged in. This is quite weird. I will try to log out, and yes, okay, so now I have logged out. Let's go to login again. I don't think that I am able to log in, and this is because I haven't registered, so I shouldn't be able to log in. Let's go to network, and let's check my requests. So will I have a request if I hit the login? No, I don't have a request on my login, so probably I didn't, I'm not logged in, and this is only something visual. So this is not like me being logged in because there is no request. And also all these data or about myself are probably wrong. Okay, because yeah, it says like created 5 months ago and some other details which are quite weird. Okay, I'm not going to go any through detail about this website because I really don't understand it that much, but if you want to dig out more, then check out the description box and you will be able to find that site. Now let's continue with the next one that is coming from the same person, and this one is about searching dev jobs. I did like this website because first of all it has like the 2 modes, which is something that I always enjoy seeing. I especially like the dark mode. Most of the things that I see online are on dark mode, so I do appreciate this feature. For now, let's stick to the bright layout. And I can see here the jobs. If I click on one of the jobs, okay, so it's view details. I can see the details. This is a nice thing. I have the company site, I have the apply now, I have some other details. So this is something like really cool. I do enjoy watching that. I will go back, and this time I will try to search. It says search filter by text. So I will type front, about front-end development, and I will hit enter. Nothing changes. So again, I have Python, experienced Android developer, so maybe the search bar isn't working properly, or it's not working at all. I don't know. About the countries, I will hit Greece and enter. Again, I don't think it's working because I can see everything like Utrecht remote, Erfurt, Berlin, so I don't think that this is working. Also, I can click on remote and I cannot see anything. I don't know why that thing isn't working. Maybe it's only with search. So okay, now I get it. It's only working if you click search and not if you hit enter. But I think that this is kind of weird. It should be working with enter too. So please try to fix that as well. Alrighty, what else do we have? Then it's full-time only. Let's hit search again. Okay, and this time, yeah, I can select full-time, 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 so this is a good thing. Alright, so I do appreciate that side, but as I said, I would appreciate it even more if I could just hit on enter and I didn't have to hit the search button right here. But the other feature that I did really like was the dark mode. Let's continue with our third website, which is coming from the same person. It's called Codeplex.in. And I can see here that there are probably some courses. I'm not sure, but I had like a quick look before I started this video. So I think that here we do have some courses. The first thing that I see is that I have like two same images, and it says learn data structures and algorithms foundation, and this is advanced. Maybe we could have like a small I don't know, maybe you could have some different details because we are talking about two different courses. So it's nice that there are some similarities, but I wouldn't like to see the exact same image because then maybe I would think that this is like the exact same course. I will click on one course, which, as I said, I assume that it's a course. It should be a course. I don't know what else that could be. I can see the title and then all like the catalog of the things that I'm supposed to learn if I take this course. Now if I click on start learning, I should register. I'm not going to do that right now. If I click on register, I can see that I have some invalid things. So this is something good because a lot of people seems to forget that they should have highlight the mandatory field. So I also do appreciate that. One thing that I didn't understand is why this thing is create resource. I think that it should be called register because we're registering. We're not creating resources, right? I'm not sure about that. The login is like nice. I do like that. So again, all in all, this is a nice website, but I would appreciate if I could see some more details and some more info. For example, here I would like to see an about section, maybe some other details, maybe where is this thing like located, if it's free, if it's paid, if there are social media that are connected to this website. I mean, there should be maybe a Twitter, maybe a LinkedIn. There should be something, and I cannot find any info here. When you're a user and you cannot find all the details that you are looking for, very quickly you will think that there is something weird with that website. So maybe you will like drop off and search something else in Google. So for all of this, for all of you guys that are watching, always remember to give a lot of details to the users. Your details shouldn't be on the main page, but you could have like small parts with this kind of details. So for example, in this website, I wouldn't say that you should have like all the details here in the front page, but here on the footer you could have added some more things, and the simplest thing that you can add is your social media. Okay, let's continue with our fourth website, and we are going to watch it in Codepen. And this one is coming from Saru Scientist, and this guy told me to have like a summary of the project, and I did really like that one. Like the work with CSS is amazing, and you cannot play the game, or as far as I understood, you cannot play the game, but there are many other things that you could do with that. So you can change, for example, here the degrees of the rotation. You can play like with that thing or with that thing. I mean, you can pretty much customize everything, like really everything, and you can transform also like everything. So I don't think that I have to comment a lot of things here because it's mostly like a visual thing, but I mean it's like mostly an image, so I wouldn't have to add a lot of things. As a project, I did really liked it, and yeah, it's a really nice work, and I would suggest you guys to take a look on it. Again, as I said, it will be in the description box. Personally, I also did check the code as well. If you want to find the code, you can go here and add pen. So in Codepen, in one thing you will have the full, and you can see it like that. And if you want to see the code, you can go with pen instead of full. I also did check the code a little bit, and I think that it's really like it's a really nice work. Like kudos. Let's continue with another website, and this one is a portfolio. I usually review a lot of portfolios, but this time we will review only this portfolio. Maybe like stay tuned for the next review that I'm going to do, because there we will going to review a lot more portfolios. Okay, so this portfolio is coming to us from Swan Monday, and I hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. It says, I help make your developer life easier. And I do like your photo. I do like that you have like a smiley photo. I do like the colors. I can understand that you are like a cheerful people only by your photo and by the name of your website, which is that's an egg. So I can understand that you probably have humor, which is like a nice thing. As I mentioned earlier, I do also really like that we have these two modes, like the light one and the dark one. Maybe for the dark one you could also make this upper part a little bit like darker, because we were talking about the dark parts, the dark mode, sorry. And now let's scroll a little bit. We have here all of your articles, as far as I can understand. Maybe you have more articles, I'm not sure about that. Or maybe you have like those articles. So I would like to know, if you had like more articles, would that continue to be a scroll bar, or would you have here the pages? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, so you'd have pagination, or again something like that. Now let's click on the first article, which says 5 ways you're not making your website accessible. It's the most recent article. And the next one is 6 essential JavaScript tips for the developer of 2020. So I'm clicking on that one. I like that it's minimal. I like that it's like black and white, and this is like the yellow part. So I like the consistency. I like that I have this button right here, and I can click and I will go on top. Something that I would change though is, okay, now I'm on the bottom. When I'm in the bottom of the article, this button is being disappeared. So this button is being disappeared, probably because I'm in the footer. You have like a rule that says in the footer don't show the button, the scroll to top button, but I think that you should change that, because maybe I am in the footer and I want to go up, so I really want this button to be visible. Make it visible like all the time. The other thing that I would change is that I would add some animation to this button again, because when I click, I'm being transferred to the top immediately, and I don't understand if I have actually been transferred on the top. This is like a small detail, but because it's too fast, maybe your user, maybe the reader will not understand that he is actually on the top, because he is used of that small animation. I don't think that you will have like a problem adding that animation, and it will be a nice effect that it will improve a little bit like your website. But all in all, as I said, it's like a really good job. The other thing that I noticed is here is like if I click here, I will go to your next article. So your next article is 6 essential JavaScript tips for the developer of 2020. But the arrow, like this arrow, shows to the left. When your arrow shows to the left, it means that we will go to the previous article. But I don't think that there is a previous article because this one is the most recent article. So I think that there is a misconception here. Maybe your arrows aren't correctly. So this time I will go to the second article. So now I should have a left and an arrow on the right. Let's go to the bottom, and now I can see that you probably have that and that button, like they should be the opposite, because the 5 most known JavaScript tips and tricks is the next article and not the previous one. Okay, so please pay a small attention into that. Okay, and all in all, I also checked very briefly your about section, and I think that you have wrote everything very nicely here. I do like that. If I click and start reading, I will be transferred into your first page. That's awesome. So all in all, you did a good job. I also like very quickly, we'll check it in, let's say in a mobile. It looks really nice. I like your colors, I like the readability, I like the content. So you did do a really good job. If I would change something, that would be this button and this button right here. I would make them a little bit smaller. So the height, I would reduce the height. You don't really need so much space for these two things. So yeah, you could like make those things a little bit smaller. Okay, but that's it. Everything else is like really nice, and keep up the good work. Alright guys, the last website that we are going to see is this one. Again, it's coming from Codepen, and I think that this person, Darnell, has done a really good job right here. Again, the link will be in the description box. It's a Lua documentation. I didn't know about Lua, so I actually read some of those things, not everything, but some of those things. And something that I did notice like really quickly is that again I have the dark mode and the light mode. Let's stick this time to the dark mode once again. I can see that you have here introduction, hello, variable, scope. I will click on scope. Now here something that I would like to see would be to highlight this menu right here. So now I'm in tables. I would like to see this left part being highlighted. When I scroll a little bit down to the flow control, I would like the flow control to be highlighted, and I think that you get the point. All in all, again, this is also a really nice project. Maybe down below in the footer, I would also like to see some information about you, Darnell, like maybe your social media or something like that, because maybe I would like to get to know you as a person. But like as I said, all in all, it's a really nice project, and I wouldn't change something. Maybe be a little bit more careful with, this is a detail, but maybe you could be a little bit more careful with the colors that you're using. Of course, you're talking about dark mode and light mode. I like that you have like kept those two things very minimal, and I like that you have played with white and black. Now, the small detail that I wanted to mention is that scientists have found that our brain can understand easier not the white color but a shade of white. So when we are maybe in the dark mode, the color shouldn't be like completely white. Maybe it should be a shade that looks like white very much, so maybe you could change that. And from the other hand, the background shouldn't be completely black, but a shade that it's very close to black. And I think that I have noticed in the colors that you're not using, you know, completely black, you're using a shade very close to black. So this is the correct thing, and maybe you could do the same for white as well. Alright guys, that was it. That was with this review. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please stay tuned because a lot more reviews are coming. Thank you very much for submitting those projects. It means a lot, and I think that both you and me are learning a lot by doing these reviews. If you have like any comments, or if you would like to add anything about these projects, then make sure to leave a comment below and I will do my best to check it. Thank you very much. I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Stay home, stay safe, and see you really soon.